My name is Apollonia Cruz, the Queen of the Bronx, here live at Out in the Open, and here's my co-host,
Kelly Cabot.
Ooh, girl.
Kill me with that on.
Yes, we got.
With that on.
Yes, honey. Who's that? Wait a minute, that's you or me?
I guess it was me because I go Cabot.
Oh, okay, I think it's the kaboom. So, girl, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Honey, I'm still stuck from Thanksgiving.
You still stuck?
I've been having leftovers.
From what?
But no, the secret is, girl, you still put it in the freezer.
No.
What was today? No, but my friend did. My friend had some food in the freezer since Thanksgiving. I'm telling you, listen, Jose Ramon, he's coming out soon. He's going to tell you, he made a big CD one time, and I traveled. I don't know where I traveled to. I think it was Miami or someplace. And I put it in the freezer, a whole thing of baked CD. And when my ass came back to New York, I chopped it up, put it in the oven, and it tasted freshly made.
The baked ziti is different from Thanksgiving food.
But still, if you wrap it up good, it still works. Poor people, honey, y'all know how we do.
I feel bad for your stomach.
What's that noise?
I feel bad for your stomach.
Actually, no, I tasted this chicken. It was chicken wings that my friend Samantha did, and she had it wrapped up in aluminum foil. Then I wrapped it up in plastic. I had it in the freezer. Honey, I did this 2 days ago. Amazing.
Oh, okay.
Because check it out, Google it, people. If you put the food away in the freezer, well put away with Ziploc bags, aluminum foil, it doesn't get freezer burn.
Well, that's good for you, but I ain't doing it.
Okay.
I don't have no more Thanksgiving in my refrigerator. After 4 days, it's in the trash.
No, I put mine in the freezer. I had a lot of food.
I get tired of Thanksgiving.
So I just put it in the freezer, honey, and I'm telling you, it tastes freshly made.
The way I was raised, Thanksgiving was used to last until Christmas, and I'm not doing that. It was very much that turkey turned into turkey salad, turkey sandwich, turkey casserole, just turkey everything.
Turkey stew the last night.
I can't. No more turkey. No more turkey. That turkey had its last day.
Yes. So now you're ready for Christmas. Are you ready for the holidays now?
I am ready for Christmas. I won't be having turkey.
You won't be having turkey?
No turkey.
I was thinking of doing a turkey in my house.
No turkey.
But I make my turkey really good. I do it Cuban style.
I have ham.
You do ham? You know how to do ham?
Do.
The ham with the little things on it?
Yes, ham is everything.
And the pineapple slices?
Pineapple and the cherry on top.
Ooh, Lord Jesus. So you're a good cook?
Yes, I am.
Okay. So let me know when it's dinner time.
Yes, I am. I have my food license.
Yes, you do.
I have to. That's why I was saying when you told me that you put your Thanksgiving in the freezer, I'm just like, what?
Yes, actually, friends of mine that are chefs, they'll freak out too, but they'll tell me it won't spoil in the freezer though. They'll tell me also.
Right, in the freezer it won't spoil, but still.
Because they told me, they're professional chefs, so they told me, Apple, as long as you put it in the freezer well wrapped, it won't go.
How many of y'all still got your Thanksgiving? Like, do you still got your Thanksgiving in your refrigerator or your freezer? Let me
Producer,
know.
do you still have your turkey in your freezer?
No. Listen, when it passes a certain date, that's it.
That's it.
I think 2 days. That's about it.
What?
Sounds about right.
I know people that
That's
the day after Thanksgiving, they throw it away.
The turkey,
I'm like,
Well,
Yeah,
it's
Dave.
Everything
things,
else
certain
I
things.
keep.
If you leave it on top of the stove, of course.
Honey, but when you're poor, you need to conserve it, put it in the freezer.
Oh no,
That's when you
but
go to your neighbor's house. Hey, what you having for dinner?
Exactly.
That's all.
And the good thing that after Thanksgiving, there's always a birthday going on. So just go to a birthday party and buffet and everything.
I don't know about eating everybody else's food and stuff. I go in there for your drinks, but
Sadly, I cannot drink drinks because I'm taking medication for my injury that I have. So I cannot have any cocktails. But trust me, I will next week.
you can't have any cocktails.
I can have any
tails.
tails.
you can't have any cock or a tail.
Exactly.
To
Honey,
tell a tale.
tumbleweeds. Remember the story? It's been a long time. Don't feel bad,
But
girl.
I'll have a drink for you tonight.
You will? Oh, you gotta go to Miss Jasmine's birthday?
Yes, we gotta say happy birthday to Jasmine Van Well.
Jasmine Van Wells, happy birthday, darling. How are you? 60? 70? She looking. But she got those 16-year-old fun bags, though. We love you, Jasmine. Many blessings.
We love you.
You plead the fifth? Not me. She's gonna get us. But you know we love you, Jasmine.
Yes, we love you dearly.
And what else is going on with you? What's happening?
Well, nothing. I'm still in school.
But tell us about, this girl has a talent. She goes to school. she's studying, hairdressing and all
Yes,
that.
becoming a cosmetologist.
It's amazing how she just takes a wig and just turns it from nothing to something. And that's a talent.
I have that special gift.
Because not that many girls in our business and, the drag entertainment, they know how to not even use a needle.
Right, I know some people, what they'll do is they'll get a wig, and after it starts getting shabby, they'll throw it out and go buy another
And
one.
I always tell them, don't throw it out, give it to me.
Right. But there's a trick to revive the
Exactly.
wig. I don't know if I'm going to tell
No,
them.
don't tell them. Let them pay you. But I have wigs from the 1990s, girl. Don't laugh. I have some really fierce wigs from the 1990s.
What's that made out of? Horsehair?
I think it is.
I can't cut some.
I think it was rat hair.
Rat hair.
But those wigs from the 1990s, they look in great condition because I take care of my stuff. So I know that you wash them on woodlight because it's not human hair. So I use dish detergent. I'm gonna give you a couple of pointers. You use dish detergent on your wigs that is not human hair. The regular synthetic dish detergent, honey, because it's not human hair. Using shampoo, it's not gonna do anything to it. Dish detergent, get all that hairspray or whatever you put on it, and then I leave it overnight on woodlight. Well, that's old school style. That's you leave it on cold water. Yes, woodlight. So a friend of mine from South Beach, she showed me that trick back in the day. It's been a long time.
I saw that trick off of YouTube of using a fabric softener.
Yes.
But now I use what I do is I wash it with like a mild soap.
Yes.
And then what I do is I let it sit in a good conditioner.
Yes.
I let it sit there, and then I'll do the fabric
Yes.
softener and let it air dry.
And I recommend when you're washing your wigs, don't wash it in really hot water because it messes up the wig. For the girls that are learning this, because I learned that back in the day. I put hot water, and my friend said, "Girl, you crazy, bitch!"
Don't fries it.
Yes, it makes it. It turns like a little whitish because of the hairsprays and all that stuff.
Right.
So you don't put it in hot water. Semi-cold like that. Use dish detergent, like I said, and honey, tease it up, work it out.
Dawn is everything.
Yes, it is, honey, and it saves animals too.
It sure do. Come on now.
Oh God!
You'd be amazed what Dawn can do.
Yes, honey. She is.
Besides the crack of Dawn, she can do some stuff.
So guys, tonight we have a very special guest. He is the CEO, the director, president of the White Shirt Project, and also the Bronx LGBT Expo, Mr. Jose Ramon. He'll be coming up later, and this is his little booklet from this year. And let me tell you, he made history, honey.
Yes,
he made history. A lot of people were doubting him, and we're neighbors, so we talk a lot. So I was like, honey,
that's one thing I don't understand.
do what you gotta do. Exactly, because the Bronx needed to have an expo, an LGBT expo. You know what I'm saying? The Bronx needed it, and when he told me about it, I was like, yes. Because I was thinking about doing that years ago, but I was like, honey, how many things am I going to be doing?
Right, you already do a lot.
Honey, my plate is full.
It's not that full.
Exactly.
I'm pretty sure you got room for one more.
Girl, I like that finger.
I know it's been some centuries, but come on now.
So he did it this year for the first time, and like they say, the first time is a charm. Now he knows what he needs to do to improve it for next year. For 2020, so honey, it's gonna be incredible. And hopefully he'll have me as a co-host once again, and as a floor manager. I had a good time being a floor manager.
You know he's gonna have you.
It was fun. I was very honored to be with him, working for him that day. And let me tell you, it was so easy, and he looked so relaxed. Even I was amazed.
That's how it's supposed to be, though.
You know what I'm saying? So congratulations, Jose Ramon, and we'll see you in a couple of minutes.
I didn't bring my white shirt, but I got something for
it. Everybody wants to be part of his White Shirt Project.
I do. I saw he takes magnificent pictures. I've seen them.
But the White Shirt Project is, it's not just taking a picture with the white shirt. It's a meaning to it. But we're gonna talk about it when Jose Ramon gets here.
So that means all these ghetto guys can't go because they got yellow shirts. That's supposed to be white.
But they got tidy whities, darling.
Tidy whities, you mean tidy yellow.
It's white shirt, not
okay.
Even the tidy whities, they tidy yellow. You didn't see half of these guys out there? They match their underwear.
Well, at least now that we're talking about underwear, when I got off the train this evening, I saw this guy with his butt sticking up. By the way, it was a cute butt. He had his underwear with eggplants on them.
That's cute. I would wear that.
I've never seen underwear like that with eggplants. But I turned around to see if the eggplant was in the front. but the zipper was covering it.
Oh.
So, you know, I was
So
disappointed.
maybe he's a grower, not a shower.
No, I'm talking about the pattern of underwear.
Okay. I thought you was talking about you.
Oh, and no, he had his pants raised to the front, but the back was like.
Was it like high water?
I felt like a church lady, honey, on a Sunday.
Oh.
I was about to get on my knees and pray.
That's terrible.
Don't you pray on Sundays?
I do. Not in that position, but I pray.
Okay. And we all just need to get on our knees and pray for a miracle. Well, guys, listen, we're gonna go on a little break. Don't go anywhere. Coming next is Jose Ramon, the CEO of the White Shirt Project and the Bronx LGBT Expo. Mwah.
Boom.
Hey everybody, I'm Will D.
I am Javier Luis.
I'm Alex Polanco.
I'm Apolonia Cruz.
And I'm Kelly.
I'm Shirley Phillips.
I am Emmanuel Antule. Do you know 1 in 4 women will experience domestic violence?
During your lifetime.
And domestic violence and abuse can happen to anyone.
Regardless of gender, race, or other factors.
2 out of 3 homicide cases are
Females who were killed by a family member or intimate partner.
as domestic violence victims. They face high rates of depression, sleep disturbances, anxiety, flashbacks, and other emotional stresses.
And without help, witnesses of domestic violence are vulnerable to become abusers themselves.
Let's continue the cycle of violence in the next generation.
Hello, I'm Charles Laloma. Join the LDM Network, a safe horizon, and taking steps to changing these facts. So if you are or know someone that is please call the city domestic hotline at 1-800-621-0673. So that is 1-800-621-HOPE.
Speak out.
And make a difference.
And just know that you don't have to deal with this alone. There is help.
'Cause you're the one I want. Time can only tell, where we're gonna go and what we'll do there. Whether this may lead, I mean, I don't care. They don't really know.
And here we have the founder and CEO of the White Shirt Project and the Bronx LGBT Expo, Mr. Jose Ramon.
Yeah, boom, boom. So nice to be here. Thank you. I'm great. How are you guys?
I'm doing fabulous, and I'm very happy that you accepted our invitation to be
Of
here.
course.
So you could talk about your contributions to the
course.
LGBTQ community. So let's start. Let's start with you. Before we talk about the White Shirt Project, let's let the people know who you are.
Sure. My name is Jose Ramon. I'm the creator of the White Shirt Project. But first, I want to disclose something,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm hot. That's one.
Join the party.
2, right now, currently, I'm going through a little bit of a slur period. We don't know what it is, where it's coming from. Could be medication, could be biology of some other kind. We have no clue. Series of tests, we're going to find out January. So this way you guys will be able to understand me better. But
Yeah.
in the meantime,
Slay, honey. So that's why one of the reasons I wanted Jose Ramon to be here, so he could finally speak about what's happening with his slur, just to get it out in the open, because his life is an open book. So the only thing he's never spoken about was that. So now, honey, it's out in the open. He's getting treated. By January, we'll see what's happening, and let's move on.
let's see what it is. Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, if I could excuse it to like drugs or alcohol or something, then okay, fine. Let me just go to a meeting. But God knows what the hell it is. I have no clue. Nobody knows yet.
And tell them what I always tell you when you talk to me, how you sound. I go, he sounds French. I go, oui, oui.
But Apple's, you've been one of my best supporters. So thank you.
You're welcome.
I appreciate you inviting me to the show.
No, and I'm honored to have you here. So now let's talk about the White Shirt Project. What's happening, honey?
So the White Shirt Project is a series of black and white photographs taken of people from our community and first-person narratives. It's a mental health project. I started it because I am, I guess, not just, what was the commercial with the hair grow?
Yeah, so you're not only the president, you're also a client.
Right? So I got diagnosed with PTSD and depression some years ago. And, it was kind of hard to just stay inside and not have anything to do. So I created this project in hopes to go out and meet people. One thing led to another, one person led to another. 40 people later, we have the White Shirt Project, and we have the White Shirt Project ×2, which is 2 white shirts. So it kept evolving. So it's a great project. You guys should check it out.
And you have people from all walks of life, transgender female, transgender male,
black, white,
everybody, lesbians,
Latino,
everybody.
You name it. All different colors, shades,
it's amazing.
Nationalities. You saw the project, right?
I did. I saw a couple of pictures of it. I wanted a little more insight of this. I'm happy that you're on the show so I can get more insight of what it's about.
Sure.
And it's amazing.
Well, it's just not taking a picture. It's like about a 2-3 hour process. So we stand there, we just unravel everything. Mm-hmm. And I call it vomiting. So I vomit. I tell you all. Well, yeah, it's not the only thing that happens. But I tell you everything about me. What happened as a kid, what's going on, when I reach my adulthood.
You get a personal bond.
Yeah, more or less. I free up the space and make it a very personal environment where you're able to share and care and not have to worry about too many things, because I divulge everything. I disclose everything from A to Z. So once I do that, what's left to do?
Exactly. And it's not only taking a picture with a white shirt, it's a story that goes with the picture on mental health, depression, anxiety. I admitted it on a past episodes that I do suffer from anxiety and a little bit depression when behind the scenes when I'm producing my events, because I'm the only one that does it. I am everybody in one. And then once I'm out there begging for money, that's when everything is done. But when it comes to the planning stages, he's seen how I get.
Oh, forget it. But still, it's something that not too many people get to see, right?
Exactly.
Because they get to see you in the public eye, and you're all fun and laughter. But what happens after that?
Right.
So nobody really gets to see that. So this platform for the White Shirt Project, I created a platform for people to step out and say, okay, you know what, me too. Let me share this. And a lot of people have disclosed because of the previous person, because somebody else was on the project.
Yeah, on the project. You got people from New Jersey, Harmonica Sunbeam, Egypt La Beja. He has Michael Brady. He has everybody in there. Javon Martin. Everybody.
Richard Pryor Jr.
Oh my God, that's a high profile. Richard Pryor Jr. is part of the project.
And I hate to mention it, but I have to mention it. Hector Cerveganza.
Yes.
On the month of December. This is his month, so I want to honor him as well. So he had a whole page just for him on the White Shirt Project webpage.
Yes.
So that was devoted to him.
And he was very excited. I remember being part of the project.
It was, it's still very emotional for me, but, we love you.
Mm-hmm. So how would people, besides us and everybody else we have named, how would people if they wanted to be part of the project, how would they go about that?
Well, currently, I started off with singles, so we had just one individual. That evolved into 2 people. So I created a support group. What happens is that what I found out was that there's always somebody else that you go to for support. Mm-hmm. So that was the second project. Right now, what I want to do is, I'm not sure exactly how it's going to work out, but I think that people with disabilities also have somehow have to come through.
Was that
in
you,
the
Miss
process.
Kelly Kaboom?
I don't know what you're talking about.
But in the center, in your breast, it says in the center.
Is it a PG-13 show? the same thing that happened last week.
Because your hair's covering it.
Is this camera straight in front of you?
She reminds me of that lady that has that music that she goes to
You
hair,
got
look at
it.
the nails.
You hear me now? Ooh, I hear myself.
Look, fix your hair, girl. At the top. There you go. Now leave it alone,
You
bitch.
guys are
It
funny.
keeps moving. Right?
This
Has a
is
mind
so
of its
weird
own.
being in the center, I swear to God. Did Albert write something?
Yes, well, Albert wrote something.
Yes, he did.
Jose Ramon's husband, Albert Rodriguez. You want to read it, or you want to read it?
Oh, I got to practice.
I could
Go
read
ahead. Let Albert read it. Go ahead. I mean, Joe.
Okay, so according to Butterball Turkey, talk line expert, turkey can be stored in the freezer unopened and uninterrupted for up to 2 to 3 years and still be safe to cook. However, for the best quality, we recommend you use in the frozen turkey within 7 months of storage.
See, I was correct. I should work for Butterball instead of looking like a Butterball.
2 to 3 years.
It's still nasty.
Honey, I put that. I was eating Thanksgiving dinner this past weekend, and I have no shame in my game.
If it still tastes
It was
good.
delicious.
I had pork chops.
You have pork chop?
Fried pork chops.
Okay.
That sounds good.
So people want to know. So are we gonna have a part 2 of the White Shirt Project in 2020?
Well, I was going to answer your question. So what do people have to do? Once I develop the concept for the third portion of the project, I would announce that. But I'm leaning towards disabilities. So I want to feature people with disabilities in a white shirt.
Okay.
So we could have people with
So-
wheelchairs,
So,
people.
right. So, speech impairment, one. Hearing, all kinds.
Autism,
Aut-
Autism.
well, yeah.
I know a couple of people from the community.
So I'll probably open it out for that.
Yeah, so that they
Oh.
won't feel left out, and
Exactly. And then that could evolve into, support networks and so on. And maybe I can get an agency or two involved.
that sounds like a
Which is also
exactly that sounds like a plan. And let me tell you, all these organizations, tapping on your door, wanted to know about the White Shirt Project and
Oh.
having you involved. Can you tell us about that?
Well, I do have to say, I have to give thanks to God because it's been an awesome journey so far, right up to this point. So we have, the agencies were there because of the Bronx LGBT Expo. So I created the expo to have a platform for the White Shirt Project, which was kind of difficult to have a platform all by itself because it's hard to attach an LGBT or rather a mental health project to an LGBT event.
Yes.
To do that alone, it's like, okay, so how do you do that? We have drag performers, singers, and now we're going to talk about depression.
Right.
It doesn't really go.
Yes,
So you have to kind of like blend it. But what if your entertainers are part of the project? What if the community also embraces and let go of some of the stigma involved with people with mental disabilities?
Yes.
So I needed to break the ice first and create the project, attach it to a platform that was open to all of that, to entertainment, to sponsorship, to other entities coming on board and saying, hey, you know what? That's good. It's interesting you're doing that because nobody else is doing that. Who else is
You're the
attaching?
only one, Joe.
Yeah.
The only
Who
one.
else is doing it?
You're the only one that's, honey, you stir that pot that now people here and there, when they're having their little gatherings, they're talking about it.
And it's not something that'll go away. It's not a fact. You have mental illness, you have mental illness. This is something that just doesn't go away.
So now tell us about the Bronx LGBT Expo now.
That thing.
That's the, honey, that's the
So-
bomb that hit New York City this past June.
So let me see. First of all, somebody lit a firecracker.
Yes.
That was Alessandra Marie. Thank you, Alessandra. And then we have all the supporters. Apollonia Cruz, you know, Albert Rodriguez, we have Harmonica Sunbeam, we have so many people that contributed to the expo being a success. We have companies that showed up, and this is something I did. We have all these, well, first of all, let me thank the entertainers that showed up. Harmonica Sunbeam, Chanel International, Jose Casimir, Egypt La Beja, Cara, Lady Chiante, Kira Kennedy, Chanel, Lonnie Muniz, Gene Soul, Tim Moss, and Apollonia Cruz. Everybody who showed up, it was so much love. It was just incredible, overwhelming. So we have different sponsors that showed up, like Housing Works, Gilead, Amalgamated Bank, Montefiore. I mean, it's really great. Recoveries Are Us. We had the support of Destination Tomorrow. Also, Amita Care, the Hispanic Chamber of Commerce, which was one of the first ones, and Lao. So I was very fortunate to put together these sponsors with the help really from everybody to put this program together and to create a venue that was just not a mental health project, but a community project. And I think it's the first expo in the Bronx.
Yes, we need to thank the location where you held the expo and all the volunteers and.
Absolutely. So Bronx Bars. Oh my God.
Amazing day.
And you saw we converted. So Bronx Bars, shout out to them, right? So they were a Bucci Doggy place. We set up a stage, dressing room. It was vendors. We converted the whole.
You know that there's a lot of organizations now that are big that when they first started, they started in small venues as the Bronx LGBT Expo. I remember I have a lot of stories with when BAD started, the Bronx Academy of Arts and Dance, the trip, Arthur Aviles trip, Tropical Theater, and we all started small, and everybody
Didn't
grows.
they do the Fruta?
Fruta Extraña too. Fruta Extraña. Let me tell you, Hector Cox and all the volunteers, they really turned it out.
Hector, Fabio. I mean, there's so many people.
Amazing. They turned the place over.
Connie, Fabio, Hector, Antoine, Alessandra, Gary Axelbank, Kim Watson. Thank you.
That name sounds very familiar.
Kim Watson? You better know who Kim Watson is.
I really know people by face.
You know Kim Watson.
Kim
Watson is
Right
legendary.
across that floor. You know Kim Watson.
She was there. She was at the.
Wait, I mentioned before I forget. Jesse, Gil, Louis, Erica, the staff, design team, Hector, Gortza, Connie, Albert, and Reverend Carmen.
Mary Quaquanteri, she was the greeter, the front desk. Reverend Carmen from the
and we had Mike Brady.
Mike Brady showed up.
Dirk Cole.
For the board president's office showed up, so it was really nice.
Yeah, so he
that
was
they
there
showed up.
officially.
Everybody was there. Bronx 12, News 12 the Bronx.
BronxNet.
BronxNet was there. So hundreds of thousands of people
good.
saw it on TV.
I was really, really pleased with it. I mean, just like anything else. I think we had something like about 150 or so people coming in and out, which is not
But
bad.
the exposure of the press, like I was telling you behind the scenes, hundreds of thousands of people saw it because BronxNet alone has over 300,000 viewers, and not to mention it's on News 12 BronxNet. They both News 12 the Bronx. They have large viewership in the Bronx. So
and this
exactly.
This year was so important because it was the 50th anniversary, right?
Yes, Stonewall World 50.
So what we did was we took the expo to Germany. And the Bronx LGBT Expo and all the sponsors were printed on a shirt, and we made it out to Christopher Street Day in Germany, where they celebrated with the Stonewall. The people from Stonewall.
Yeah, from the Stonewall over there.
Yeah, Stacy, I think her name is.
I don't
Yeah.
recall the names, but
So they were there, and we got to meet, and it was fun. So here it is, we're in the midst of all these people, thousands of people in Germany, and they're all looking at our shirt saying, "We want one." Let's have it. So we're like, okay, you can have it. Yeah.
even the drag race girls were there. RuPaul Drag Race was there. The girls were there. I mean, they're everywhere, honey.
It was so much fun. It was so much fun.
And you got your message out. There were people that he met there that got in contact with him once he got back to the States.
And we got back to all the sponsors to thank them. We sent them emails with the pictures. It was really amazing. It was so much gratitude. It was really
all your hard work paid off, because when, as an event producer that I am for many years, sometimes we have doubts in our minds. And now Joe can relate to how I feel, because I produce my events on my own. Joe was behind that computer, honey, night and day, doing his emails, doing this, doing that, doing this, doing that.
the whole layout for the program, which was a headache and a half.
Yes.
These sponsorship packages,
Well, that was a big headache there.
The lineup, the bios, the photographs, the combining of, forget it.
Working on this booklet. Look, he has no hair. He went through hell doing this.
Oh, forget it.
But it all paid off, because it came out so beautiful. It came out even better than organizations that been around for a long time, that they do their papers on black and white.
And it's not to say this is the sum of it. It's just that,
I mean, for the first time, for an event like this to come out, I mean.
And everything was like, I don't want to say it was a solo show, but it was like I was responsible for everything. From beginning to end, from start to finish.
Yes.
It was a lot of work. I'll do it again.
But I must congratulate you once again, this time publicly, because he was so calm. Even though I know his nerves were kicking in, but he was so cool and collect that day. And it was really a pleasure. It was really.
I see on your flyer it says World Pride 50. Was you able to experience World Pride this year?
In Germany.
In Germany, when he went to Germany.
Okay.
When he went to Germany.
Right. So as soon as we did this, we ended up in Germany to celebrate World Pride there. And then we came back and we walked in the parade.
Yes.
Or was it? We walked in the parade, then we went.
Something like that. Yes, you walked the big one.
Right.
In New York.
NYC with Dirk Van Cole and Ruben Diaz.
Yes, he did that. But also you also walked at the Bronx Puerto Rican parade too, which was a major first.
Yes, very proud of that. So we got invited as the Bronx LGBT Expo to walk with the Puerto Rican.
The Bronx Puerto Rican parade. I think it's over 25 years. I think that they're doing.
I've never been.
Yeah, and right in the Grand Concourse.
It's huge.
It's a nice parade.
I don't be wearing those T-shirts so they can pour water on me.
That's a good idea for next year.
No.
All right, so we're gonna go on a break, and we'll come back once again with Jose Ramon, the creator of the White Shirt Project in the Bronx LGBT Expo. Play, bitch.
Welcome back. I had some hair problems.
Yeah.
My wig came off. Sorry.
Looks good now.
Thank you. Thanks to Apollonia. Styles by Apollonia.
Yes, and I just tucked it in the back.
We're used to that.
I guess when you talk about tucking in the back.
So welcome back, Joe. I'm sorry that I'm sweating bullets. You know, I'm an old crow and I sweat a lot.
But I thought you was 21.
I am 21 times 1, 2.
Okay.
So Joe, talking about the expo, the Bronx LGBT Expo, and the White Shirt Project, you know, his messages were about mental illness and all that, and we were talking behind the scenes about what the mayor's wife was.
Well, yeah, there's a few initiatives. There was one that was created for, it's called Latinx, but there's a lot of things.
Like that.
Right?
Yeah,
Latinx.
Sounds like a party.
As a matter of fact, I think I went to Gracie Mansion when she initiated it. Not last year, I think the year
before. Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, we're talking. I'm sorry.
No, it's her that's moving the
I'm
microphone.
just malfunctioning right now. So I feel everything just boom, boom, boom.
I feel my chair going down.
No, it's the microphone that was.
No, you're on a roller coaster ride. That's why you're going up and down.
We selected a wrong. This chair was not a good idea for
It's
Joe.
okay. I'm all spread between both of you. So
That's okay. They can't see below your chest.
my chest.
So you said that you we went to Gracie Mansion last year.
Right. So yeah. So what it is that in our community, Latino community, when you talk about mental illness, it's a huge stigma, and as a matter of fact, it's stigma across the board in any community. Because one, we don't want to air out dirty laundry. Two, nobody wants to be stigmatized or have the stigma of having mental illness.
Yes.
Just, you know, oh, hi, I suffer from depression. I mean, it's not something you want to just...
Yes.
It's not. It was hard for us to, to sit there and say that we suffer from depression.
As a public figure, I admitted it a couple of weeks ago that I do suffer from anxiety, and my depression stage was in the 1990s. When the AIDS virus took over South Beach, Miami, and we started losing so many legendary entertainers, and I lost my circle of friends were gone, and that I went to a deep depression stage that it took me years to get over. But now, thank God, now fast forward 2019, now we could talk about it without shame.
Right.
And we have support.
And we have support.
The only thing, I mean, there are a few things still that are kind of unsettled.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Access to care.
Okay.
And also, one of the other things was the fact of having insurance. So say you can access care, but you don't have insurance.
Yes.
So what do you do about your mental health, right? And everybody has mental health issues or condition or somebody that we know that deals with mental health concerns. But access to care, insurances, you have also the way that people approach services and treat clients is also kind of iffy. You know how if I was to meet you for the first time, I go, hi, I'm Jose Ramon. I suffer from mental illness or PTSD or depression. You'd be apprehensive, be like, okay, do I touch you? Do I approach you? Do I pull back? But I say, hey, Jose Ramon, how you doing? There's no apprehension, right? Well, it's the same thing when you go to certain places for care. You can go there for a cold and you're fine. But the minute you go there for mental health services, it's like, oh, okay, well, you come back tomorrow, or we have to refer you, or we have something else to do. But it's not treated the same. There's going to be people, or even in healthcare providers, that are going to be apprehensive.
Yes. And the good thing about it, like Lorena St. Cartier, she was our first guest a couple of weeks ago. She said that for those people that suffer from mental illness that are not in the United States illegally, undocumented, they could still get services provided to them when it comes to HIV, mental illness, and all that. So, you know, it's progressing.
Once, but you have to go over
Slowly.
that hurdle.
And the
It's
reason
still a
they're doing
barrier.
that is because they don't want the politicians, the government doesn't want the people that are not here legally. They don't want to get other people sick or whatever. So that's why they're providing medical services for the undocumented.
They cannot be denied.
They cannot be
services.
denied services.
But the hurdles in getting the services,
It's hard, but they will get help.
It's really bad.
And just now they announced like this week that the government signed a bill that are going to give driver's license to undocumented people. It's not, that's
Which
freaking
is
amazing.
good. It's great.
This freaking amazing. There are people who got upset about that, but we are all immigrants. Our parents are immigrants to the state.
That's what
so
I'm
they
saying.
got help, they got their help, and because of our grandparents and stuff like that, we're here today. So the new generation just better get over it.
That's it. We're all in this together.
That's
One
how
way or
I see
another.
it. I see it. We is just all our own individuals and just live your life.
And the other thing, I did the mental health first aid.
Yes.
So I recommend everybody to go through the training. It's very important. Sometimes you see somebody going through something you don't know. Next thing you know, train stopped for hours. Why? That probably the same person just committed suicide.
Oh, that's true. That's
so
true.
we don't know when people are going through stuff, and you can be that one person that makes a difference in that person's life. So
That
it's
is
very
that is
important.
true. That is true. And everything he's doing is gonna help. It's gonna help the young community. We have a lot of young people here. Coming out of the closet and stuff like that. That don't know.
I've been out the closet.
That need help. You know how many young people that came to my Bronx Pride Festival, to the original Bronx Pride Festival this past July, and they were asking me questions about health services. It was freaking amazing.
It is amazing. It's so amazing when young kids want to come and get knowledge about what's going on.
And because they see us, the veterans that are doing this, they go, wait a minute, they're talking about it, so I shouldn't be ashamed to go up to them and ask them, where can I go, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying?
And then on top of that, they see us as very much like, well, if they're still living and there's nothing going on with them and they're perfectly fine, why I can't do it? They live in their life.
Exactly.
Free of any type of stress. I mean, we do have stress, but just free of any of that negativity, because now it's like everything is accepted now. Almost. We get it. But almost everything is accepted
I
now.
always tell people, just live your life. People are gonna criticize you no matter what.
Of course.
You could do the best contributions to the community. There's gonna be some bitch out there that's just gonna let you have it.
Of course. You're gonna have
Because
that one
they didn't
person
think
that
about
thinks
it
everybody's
first.
perfect. Is that me?
Is that you or me?
I don't know.
It's me?
Oh, for once it's not me. They still there? See,
Is it alive? Oh, it's alive.
Okay. But like we were saying, you're gonna have that one person that think that everybody's perfect. Nobody's perfect.
No
We all
one's
have our
perfect.
flaws.
No one's perfect.
I think that I'm going to give you a personal secret, a personal thing that I do in my life. I don't worry about what people say about me. Honestly, I don't give two F's about it. If I worry about what other people think about me, it's just going to make you miserable. Live your life. Do what you need to do. Look what Joe is doing. Joe is doing all these new projects here in the community. Now he's struggling with something, but he's still doing these events, uniting the community. That's how, exactly.
Not letting this little speech environment. I'll be back.
You're not letting it stop you.
And nor do I want people to think that your speech has anything to do with your mind.
Or with drugs, and don't feel sorry for Joe, because Joe is doing very well.
My cognitive processes are fine.
His pills are working.
What time is it? Jesus Christ.
Oh, but somebody said something. Gabriel said, good evening to all.
And to all the good night.
Good morning.
So, but I'm so ready for 2020. I'm so ready for Joe for 2020 to be part of all my events. And a matter of fact, the boat ride is coming back, right?
Is it really?
And I want the Bronx LGBT Expo to be in the boat ride.
Well, listen.
Grab a table.
It was great free to be at the expo. Thank you. You were there from the very beginning. It was. You're going to be in there next year.
Of course.
Okay.
You better.
My boss just told me something.
What is so special is that we are coming together.
Exactly.
The community does come together. We still reach out to one another. You know, nobody's on a different plane. We're all in here for the same reason: to survive, to like, to love, to live. I mean, you name it. You know, we're all in here for the same.
Listen, I have a slogan that I first said it when I was performing at a One Bronx Festival last year. I said, there's enough water in the well for all of us to drink from. So Joe's new contributions is giving all of us in the well to drink from. So, you know, that's how I see it. That's why I do all my events, you know, and I'm supporting Joe's events. Not because he's my friend, but because I believe in what you're doing. It's freaking amazing, Joe.
We all have to support each other. I mean, this goal is not that big. There's only but so many things happening in this world, and if we just separate that and just say, hey, that is not really good for the rest of the community. What type of example we're setting, right? We talk about the youth. Okay, well, we're those role models.
Exactly.
So as a role model, what are we doing?
Exactly.
You know, we have to show that we can work together, we can accomplish things. That if we're unable to do it, then maybe let's help this guy.
Exactly.
You know, and that's how it works.
You know,
it has to work.
People out there used the word unite, but when I use it, I mean it. I've been uniting so many people that after, when the festival's going on, I'm like, oh my God, look, this is what I did today. This is freaking amazing. So like what Joey's doing, it's like.
Right. And then after the expo, what happened was, this was our second year holding the barbecue.
Okay.
So we did the White Shirt Project barbecue last year for the first time.
Ooh,
and then this year we did it for the second time with the expo. And we just invited everybody out. All you had to do was come. Don't bring a thing.
Exactly.
Everything was provided. I mean, you name it, it was there. And, you know, it was a celebration and give back a thanks to everybody who contributed, to everybody who had some hand in it. And it's so important, right? You ask for help, but then you get the help. Now what do? You get back.
Exactly.
Right?
That's what I do with my thank you parties. And I also, you remember that I started doing picnics for all my volunteers at Orchard. But then for the past 2 years, I haven't been able to do it. But, you know, God willing, next year, depending on.
Do it.
Was that your secret?
That's my secret, bitch.
That's the secret you didn't want to tell everybody?
I like your wig.
Your hair looks pretty.
Yours.
Don't
It's good now.
Don't just think she looks femme. Look how femme she looks.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. You don't see these good old guns.
She could walk down the street, be on the train, and like nobody, like nothing. She's one of the girls.
You want to know why? I'll tell you a secret.
Give your secret.
I'm going to tell you a secret. It's a secret that I was taught a long time ago. Mind your business.
Exactly.
Ooh.
It's true.
You mind your business, nobody will bother you. But if you want to make a scene, then they're going to bother you.
Exactly. Harmonica sometimes takes the path, I believe, in
There's a lot.
Right?
Yeah, she takes the path. I call
all
it.
dolled up,
Grandma.
honey.
That's grandma.
She puts her shades on.
Yeah, that's all it is. Just put your shades on, sit in your seat, and just rock to your music.
And everybody gets stupid.
And record all the way through.
But it's just like, that's all it takes.
Because
I had to learn that the hard way.
Yes.
Because when I first started doing drag, and it was a concern of getting on the train, because I'm already tall enough. I could be a basketball player.
Yeah, yeah.
So to get on the train being this tall and then dressed up looking all, it's just like, all right, I'm dragging enough attention to me. I don't need that much. So how am I going to minimize that attention and not be insecure of who I am, who I choose to do, what I choose to do? I had to sit there and suck it up and just get very much mind my business.
When was the first time you did that?
When I was 21.
And you're 24 now?
Yeah. A lady never tells her.
Oops.
See, that's the microphone telling me stop lying.
Isn't that you? I did dress up. I have taken the train in drag. I dressed up as the Bride of Frankenstein.
Oh, I remember.
And everybody thought it was a female.
Was that for the Wendy?
Yes, when I was just as Medusa. But once I opened my mouth, then they knew. Ooh! Like Wendy said, ooh!
Wait,
he's a
Albert
man.
was with you, right?
No, when I was Medusa, I did Medusa and I did The Bride of Frankenstein. I've done both. And I've taken the train with both in the different years, of course.
Ooh.
And people, they thought I was a girl.
The headpiece?
Yes. But I did the Medusa. I came back in the
that's
train.
what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
the
headpiece,
for Medusa?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because one of my trademarks for Halloween, people hire me to do is The Bride of Frankenstein. And my brother does Frankenstein. I designed his Frankenstein costume. And Albert, Jose Ramon's husband, was my date when I went to the Wendy Williams show. And I was The Bride of Frankenstein, and he was Frankenstein. So that was a cute experience.
And they videotaped him.
Yes, he came out. I came out to it. I have the video at home.
You're gonna have to show me that video.
Some friends of mine were taking a picture of it from the TV and sent it to me. I came on. They showed Albert, me, and Egypt La Beja several times. The camera showed us. So we got some little airtime.
All right. Did you get shoe cam too?
No, I didn't do that one.
Oh.
But speaking about shoe cam, I did wear a pair of shoes that Wendy loved. During the commercial, I went, "Ooh, Wendy, you like?" She went, "Mm-hmm."
Yeah. Oh, we just got a message. I want to say it says Annie Rose Perez. She says, "Good evening, everyone."
Hello there. Hello.
Good evening, Annie.
Hi.
So, Joe, you have any final words before we end this?
Yes, 2020, the expo is going to happen again. The White Shirt Project, we're going to open it up again. Okay, new segment. I want to invite you guys to be part of the White Shirt Project. Okay.
I could get my good crispy white shirt.
We'll figure out what we're going to do.
I want to confess something. I was, I think, one of the first persons you asked to be, and I said no. I said not yet, because I'm a very private person. But then as I'm getting older, I said, fuck it. We could curse, right? Right, producer?
She meant to say Frankie.
This is not Bronxnet. Bronxnet, I'm coming out of Bronxnet, so they're gonna beat me on one. I called the host a bitch, but kidding around.
Oh my God.
Miss Francois, I love you, Miss Francois. I don't know if you're watching, but we were kikiing, right? Like girl chat, and I forgot that we were on camera. And I said, right? I said something, bitch. And all the audience were cracking up. And then she said, oh, we have to edit this.
Oh my God.
Somebody I didn't forget. I forgot. Rena Valentine.
Oh, Rena Valentine.
She started this off also with the White Shirt Project.
When you had the first showing,
we met at the on the library in the concourse. We were doing a project for the Bronx Memoir. She contributed to the project, so did I. So we were in this memoir together. But that's when we officially met. We hooked up from there.
And the name of the place where you had your first showing of the White Shirt Project?
I don't know if we can mention the place, but the Mott Bar. Okay, so the Mott Bar, that was the first time that
they really helped you out a lot. They were so generous to the girls who were
And again, that was because of Rena Valentine. And then Gary Atsubank, thank you.
Kelly Kaboom, you have any final thoughts for this evening?
No. Yeah, no. I want to say yeah because like my brain has so much going on right now. Just brain is just scrambled and stuff. It's very much about support. We have so much support going on. If you ever feel depressed or you feel any type of way, just reach out and talk to somebody. We have so many hotlines and so many numbers and so much support out there now. Just reach out and talk.
And now you could Google your symptoms, just Google it and you get the help really easily.
Go to NAMI, National Alliance of Mental Illness.
Well, guys, this concludes our show for this evening. Thank you so much, Jose Ramon and Miss Kelly Kaboom. We'll see you next week.
Bye, guys.
Later.